What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. We got a special athlete interview today. My man Landon Wood has been in the program for a little over a couple months now, and he has made some pretty crazy progress. But I don't want to steal all this thunder. So, Landon, go ahead, introduce yourself, where you're from, where you go to school, and then we'll jump right into it.
I'm from Tampa, Florida. Well, specifically Sefner, Florida. I go to school at Hibbing Community College.
Yes, sir. One of the many JUCO bandits.
Yeah, D3 JUCO Bandit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But so before we started working together, kind of just take everybody through where you were at velo wise and what you were doing for your training before you joined the program.
I was probably 84 topping, sitting maybe 82 if I was lucky. But I was mainly just doing a lot of mechanical stuff, trying to really fix my mechanics on my lower half, and it was not working out. And I was really putting a lot of stress on my body, trying to gain as much muscle as I can. It just was not correlating to my mechanics and helping me out how I needed to be helped.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. So you were doing some mechanical work, you were doing strength training, but you're saying it wasn't necessarily what your body needed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude. And to go a little bit deeper into that, like specifically, what did you need to work on in your mind before you hopped into the program?
Specifically, that I thought I needed to work on was my front leg block and my hip separation. I think that was the biggest keys for me and just getting stronger for my size. I'm already a big kid enough. I think the muscle was there, but it just wasn't correlating. So I thought as a player, I need to just get stronger and it would correlate to my velo and just wasn't right, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of people think that just gaining muscle is the answer to throwing velocity, and clearly you saw before you hopped in that that wasn't the case.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude. And once you got into the program, we obviously jumped right into it, but what adjustments have we made over these past couple months that have helped you out the most?
I think just doing a lot of speed stuff and moving my lower body quick and fast was the biggest key help for me right now, and just learning how to get into my back leg, which correlated into other stuff just coming in place easier and helping me gain velo like that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And do you want to touch on the front leg a little bit too? Because that was something that we hammered like right away.
Yeah, I think as we talked, I think the front leg wasn't the problem. Like, it didn't look good on video, but it wasn't the front leg that was the problem. It was something else in the back half of the load that was the problem. I think helping that and fixing that was what really caused the front leg to come into place and everything else
Yeah.
to replace.
Yeah. So you're saying essentially the work we did with your back leg, the adjustments that we made actually caused your front leg to work better when we didn't even necessarily make any adjustments specifically with that front leg.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude. And then, from doing all of that, like let's brag about yourself a little bit here, dude. Like
Oh, Jesus.
what results have you gotten from being in the program? Where's your velo at? How have you been feeling? And, how have you felt differently just, as a pitcher on the mound?
Well, my body has probably felt the best it's ever had on the mound. I usually get tired after like 50 to 60 pitches. And like I was at 60 pitches the other day. I was like, damn, I got a lot more in me that could go. But I was coming in, I was 84 topping. Now in a couple of lives, I was sitting like 84, like six. And I topped 86, like three. So think pretty good so far. A lot more to come though, for sure.
Yeah, 100%, dude. And aside from just the physical changes that you made, like what other like how has this helped you mentally?
I think mentally it's just helped because like from my experiences, there's not a lot of coaches or even players out there that are like mentally there for you. and like our understanding, at least with this program, I've been able to like communicate with you on just random stuff that is like really small that most people that wouldn't communicate with on the mental side. So I think that's helped me just knowing that there's someone there that I could like just text and get an email or message right back from that side of the baseball instead of the physical side.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. And a lot of people might think that, from the outside perspective, it might just look like this is a program that teaches velocity.
Yeah.
And obviously, guys come in here for velo, but we've worked on other things like your pitch shapes and have gone over the Rapsodo numbers. So, like, what else besides velocity have you gotten help with being in the program?
Well, like you just said, just looking at the chart and being able to help me understand the chart as a college athlete in Rapsodo is a big thing because most junior college guys don't know what the Rapsodo like the charts mean, and you just being able there to teach that actually helps a lot, especially at other big colleges looking at you because you can like break down your stuff with them instead of just going there clueless.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. That stuff helps to know, especially when you're, trying to transfer to a bigger school like you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And for anybody watching this who maybe wants to know what it's like inside of the program and maybe what our communication looks like, how would you describe that?
I would just be like I would say it's just honesty with yourself, and Eric will just give you straight honesty back. If you're not doing something correct or you ask something and it's just nowhere close to what you should be doing, he would be straight up honest with you about that and let you know that it's just not right and you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, and why do you think that's important for progress?
I think it's important because there's a lot of guys out there and coaches that just aren't honest with themselves and they just want to hear the good stuff instead of the actual bad stuff about it. So I think that just helps them just like you're not doing this correctly. You need to change it up or something. And most coaches are just like, "Oh, you're okay. Just go out there, keep doing what you're doing."
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So moving into, this a little bit more, who do you think this program is for and would benefit the most?
Honestly, I think it could benefit anyone. I mean, at a certain level, probably like 12 to like college guys, but I think it really helps just from watching videos of your videos and seeing other guys on my team in the program. I think it's really meant for like juniors to college guys that understand baseball and actually want to play baseball somewhere, not just playing it for fun.
Yeah,
I think anyone
absolutely.
could benefit from this program if they take it seriously.
Yeah. And that's a good point to note too, because there's two guys on your current team that are in the program, and you actually referred them to me. So maybe like go into that a little bit more. Why did you think that they would benefit from the program?
Well, I think they would benefit from the program just because I've seen Logan. Logan's one of them. He's a big lefty, and we all know college, if you're lefty, you're just automatically superior to righties. So, and saw Logan as a that there was a big chance that if he just gained and worked a little harder, there was a big chance he could go somewhere big. And that's why I recruited him. And I recruited Chris. 'Cause Chris has had a past where he's thrown really hard, and it's kind of crazy to think that he's thrown really hard. And I think that if we could get him back to where he was, he could surprise a lot of people on the mound too for his size.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think that both of those guys, obviously along with yourself have, a lot of potential. So, yeah, I'm super grateful you brought them to me as well. But kind of going back to the original question, who do you think this is for? On the flip side of that, who do you think this is not for? Like, who shouldn't join the program?
I think you shouldn't join the program if you don't want to put in the work. It's just that simple. Eric could only do so much where he's not going to go out there and throw the ball for you. You have to really put in the work to see the adjustments and the gains. I've been putting in work, and this is probably the most I've like worked at baseball my whole life, and I've just seen a crazy jump in everything. And even my life outside of baseball, like physical wise and mental wise, I've seen a big jump in helping with that.
Yeah, dude. I'm really glad you mentioned that last part, like outside of baseball, just in your, everyday life, honestly. And my next question to go deeper into that, like besides just baseball games, what has being in this program taught you?
I would say it's just taught me to like be grateful for what you got. Like not a lot of kids could just go out and join a program to get better, to have someone by their side to help. Just being grateful for having the opportunity to be able to join a program like this has just helped me on the outside, just learning how to be more grateful for my opportunities.
I love that.
Yes, sir.
And why do you think maybe my coaching style resonates with you? Like you reached out to me, we had a conversation on Instagram, and then we hopped on a call and you joined. Like, why maybe does my coaching style resonate with you, and what made you want to join the program in the first place?
I think the main reason was just the honesty with it. Because from someone who was like in high school who really didn't have coaches that cared or honest to you, it just when you have that person that you know is like, oh, he's going to be there to help you no matter what, it just like flips a switch for at least me.
Why does that specifically flip a switch for you?
It's just having someone there that it's just like you just need to do better or push yourself more, and just having that person that could guarantee, not guarantee, but like put the papers on the table for you, be like, if you do this, you will succeed, and just having that just helps so much, especially in college when you already have a lot of schooling and baseball on your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you nailed it, dude, with that, in all honesty. But before you joined, you'd obviously been seeing my stuff on Instagram, maybe even YouTube. What made you reach out in the first place?
Just wanting to get better, seeing these other kids get results and feeling like I was behind at my level. Since I'm younger, I've been feeling like I've been behind for a while now. And just seeing that other kids are getting results is just like, damn, I want those results too.
100%, dude. 100%. We've definitely gotten some of those, and there's a
Yeah.
lot more to come.
Yes, sir.
So, like building off of that, being that there is more to come, what are your goals for this year?
Um, some realistic goals. I just want to get recruited, of course. Hopefully, hopefully hit a 87, 88. Hopefully. And just have more fun on the mound. Don't like take it seriously, but having more fun. Baseball's fun.
Baseball is definitely fun, bro.
Yeah.
I think 87, 88 is a little conservative, bro.
You gotta shoot small. You gotta shoot small right now. Can't.
Nah, bro, you got to
No,
shoot
you got
big.
to. Got to.
Aim big, miss small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But or actually aim big, miss big. I messed that
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
But anyway, like how is because you've gotten some coaching in the past, you've seen other stuff on social media. How is my approach different from maybe other coaches you've worked with in the past or just have seen online?
I think other coaches from what I've seen and dealt with are just about the money basically. And they're just like, let me see how I say this. They just want you to do the mechanical side of it instead of actually giving you a straight up plan, at least on the workout side, meal side, like speed and conditioning side. They're just like putting these mechanics into your mind and just giving you a bunch of cues that just don't ever see or work. basically. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't be feeding kids Q salad. It doesn't work.
Yeah. And that's the one thing. That's the one thing I've noticed from other guys, or just going from a coach when I was little. It was just like, do this, do that, throw it there, feel this, and it's just like that doesn't work, especially for younger athletes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And this being the first time you joined a remote program, like, were you skeptical at all about how remote training could actually help you? And since being in the program and seeing the results you have, like, how has that view changed?
I was skeptical at first, just not knowing how to communicate or understand certain stuff. And once I realized how you put it out, it was like, oh, this is like actually really easy if I just put in the work. So I think that was a big help. But yeah, I was skeptical at first of remote training.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I think some guys are.
Yeah.
And if you were sitting in front of somebody who is maybe on the fence about joining and doesn't really know if a remote program would work for them, what would you say to that person to push them over the edge?
Mm, I would just say trust him, honestly. He's a good guy. He doesn't have bad intentions. He wants everyone to succeed. And I'll just say, just trust him. That's all you could do. If you don't put in the work, then you're not going to succeed anyways. You got to put in the work no matter what kind of training you do.
Yeah, dude, 100%, 100%. And then just to wrap this up here, do you have any last words or advice, honestly, for somebody who's trying to throw harder and maybe feels like they're behind, similar to how you were before you joined?
I would say just keep working, honestly, or reach out to someone that has been there and knows how to throw harder now, or knows how to get to that certain position that you want to get to. Just reach out. They know what they're doing. Just keep working and have fun.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Well, I appreciate you jumping on here, Landon. It's been awesome to see your progress, dude. It's been fun to work with, you and now Logan and Chris on the same team. So you guys have started your season. I'm excited to keep working with you guys. And if you're somebody who's watching this who feels behind and, wants to reach out to somebody who has been in your shoes and knows how to get guys to throw harder, like my man Landon here, click the first link in the description below, book a call with me, talk about where you're at, where you want to get to, and how I can help, just like I did for Landon and the hundreds of other guys that I have worked with.